Hello friends and welcome to Spoonful of Simplicity English. We're going to learn a very gooey and a crumbly chocolate cake today, and this is my go-to recipe when I need something done quickly, and the ingredients are mostly available in the kitchen at all times. Let's begin. We'll start with some diced chocolate. I have used 80 grams of dark compound here, and followed by 1 tablespoon of butter. Now this butter is the regular salted butter that should be available in almost every household. Now the next step is to melt the chocolate and the butter, and we are going to use a double boiler method, and we are going to let this sit for about 2 to 3 minutes first so that it starts melting, and then we'll start mixing it. Now the double boiler is essentially a method in which we indirectly cook the chocolate using the steam of hot water, not boiling but hot water. So the arrangement is done in such a way that you would have some hot water in a vessel below, over which you'll keep the pan in which you have the chocolate, keeping in mind that the water and the pan in which you have your chocolate and butter do not touch each other. Now, once the chocolate is perfectly melted, we'll add 40 grams of caster sugar or powdered sugar to this and mix it well. Even if the sugar doesn't dissolve completely, it's fine. After having mixed them well, we are going to add the dry ingredients to this. Now, for this recipe, we need 100 grams of refined or all-purpose flour and 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Now, the point to note here is the dry ingredients and the remaining wet ingredients will not be added at once. We need to add them in two batches. So, for the first batch, I've added half of the all-purpose flour and cocoa powder, and now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and half of 40 ml milk and half of 40 ml curd or yogurt to this mixture. Now we are going to mix them well until, like I always say, there are no large flour pockets visible, and then the process will be to repeat the entire thing and add the remaining dry and wet ingredients. The next time when you're mixing them, please try using the cut and fold method to mix so that there's no huge dome on our cakes. Now our batter is nicely mixed. Let's add the remaining all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, half teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and at this stage you should also add 1/8 teaspoon or a pinch of salt, which I missed adding at this stage, but I've added it later in the preparation. Now after you've sieved this, you're going to add the remaining liquid ingredients and then mix this entire batter using cut and fold method. Now one important thing that I wanted to talk to you is regarding the chocolates. While I've used the chocolate compound in this preparation, if you want to use any other chocolate which is available readily in the market, you can make use of that and it can be easily substituted for the compound that I'm using. The only thing that you will have to make sure is that you adjust the sugar quantity according to that. Now, in India, we also find something called Cadbury Silk, which is a rather high fat content chocolate. In case you decide to use that, you may want to adjust the quantity of butter in this preparation because the silk chocolates have much higher fat content than the regular Cadbury or Amul chocolates that we get in the market. Additionally, if you plan to use any of the chocolates that have other ingredients like fruit and nut, almonds, you are free to use that. It will not make any difference to the recipe in general, provided you are following the steps that I've mentioned here. We are going to bake this cake in these bake and serve molds, and I normally bake them in this and do whatever little garnishing that I have to and serve it just like that, because these cakes are rather crumbly. So if you try to demold it and put it on a plate, it might seem a little messy, but bear in mind these are absolutely delicious cakes. So for the amount of batter that I've prepared, these were spread across 3 such molds. These are small molds, not very big ones. If you don't have these molds, you can also use the cupcake liners to do this. And please remember, you are not filling more than half of these. Bake these at 160 to 170 degree preheated oven, and it should take roughly around 20 minutes. Use a skewer to do the test of it being perfectly baked. Now, as you can see, this is a beautiful crinkly chocolate cake that it gets baked into, and this is absolutely delicious if you're having with some ice cream or some chocolate syrup or even condensed milk for that matter. But just to show you the texture, I'm going to take it out and just let you have a feel of what exactly does it look like. I'm not going to do the garnishings in this video, but I just want to show you the texture of this cake. Now, if you see, this is absolutely gooey, very smooth. I mean, you don't even need your teeth, it's that soft to eat. And with all the chocolate and the ingredients that have gone into this is anything but heavenly tasty. So if you want, you can have it just the way it is, or you can garnish it. Like I said, ice creams go really well, chocolate sauces go really well, other sauces might be used. That's for you to pick and choose. Now if you like this recipe, please don't forget to hit the like button. Comment on it to let me know if there are any questions that you may have, or if you'd like to know something more. And also please share it with others who might benefit learning this recipe. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing it. We will be happy to share more and more recipes with you in the coming days. With that, take very good care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.